Hi, this is Michael. Thank you very much for your attention. Welcome to another video of one of the most sophisticated encounters between humans and an alien probe of some type. But first, we want to address a question that some people have been asking us, and that is, why did we wait such a long time to release our material regarding this Pentagon video? We did it because we wanted to make sure that when we released our analysis of this video, we were walking on solid ground. In other words, we didn't want to publish our material risking the possibilities of words being retracted and having to face a situation of what was said, it was not what we heard, and what we understood, it is not what they meant. We waited for everyone to say what they had to say about this video and for the source of this video to come forward and to identify itself. We wanted to see the air clear of any doubts and misconceptions about the authenticity of this video and about the integrity and purpose of the source releasing this video. In other words, we wanted no surprises. Being that said, we begin by asking you, have you noticed the second object moving in the background at the top of the screen? And so, we are going to take a closer look at this object. Here is the enlargement of this video showing you this strange object. Some people have suggested that this strange object, it may be another airplane in the distance. And so here is a video of this object and an airplane for your comparison. Examining this object closely, some people noticed that something seems to be rotating around it. And so they suggested to us that this could be some type of helicopter in the distance. And so here is this object and a helicopter for your comparison. We welcome your comments as to what do you think this other object it may be. Next, we want you to take a look at an ordinary video of a commercial airplane. Study the clouds formations around it. As you can see, this is nothing but an ordinary airplane flying in what seems to be an ordinary cloudy day. Next, we have increased the contrast and sharpened the same video. As some of you may know, the cloud formations are made out of a mixture of some gases and some type of moisture. And so because the cloud formations have no properties as physical objects do per se, they show to be as natural part of the sky with nothing special to see. However, this is not the case with the other objects in this video. For example, notice the strange flickering light effects that we see around the airplane, power lines, poles, and other objects around. These strange flickering light effects come from the high contrast and the sharpening enhancement, amplifying the intensity of the light as it is being reflected back and forth into the air from the metal properties found in these objects and then being picked up by the panning of the camera. But again, we don't see this effect taking place around the cloud formations. Next, here we have these two videos with the same enhancement effects applied to it. If these were nothing but natural cloud formations that we are seeing in both videos, then we should have expected to see natural effects taking place in both cloud formations with nothing special to see. But in the Pentagon video, something else seems to be happening here. Analyze closely the cloud formations around this strange object. These cloud formations, their property resolution has increased so much that now we can actually see some type of flickering effect taking place in this area. And this flickering effect, it looks almost the same as the one we see in the objects found where the commercial jetliner is. But the infrared camera effects are showing to the human eyes the light and colors voided out of any properties, impeding the human eyes from making a connection between these two areas. And what the high contrast and the sharpening effects are pointing out to us is that there is some type of physical activity taking place in the area where this object is. Whomever edited and released this video, they had to be topographers with many years of experience in the field of aerial photography. Because in this video, we are presented with various events that, according to the principles and science of photography, cannot be taking place in the same video. For example, here we have a camera in the sky videotaping this object. Many people are saying that this U.S. jet fighter, it is in pursuit of this object, and that they are both moving in the same direction. But carefully analysis of this video shows that while there are other objects moving in the sky, this particular object, it is not moving at all, and it is holding a fixed position in the sky. And not only that, but even the area around this object, it is not moving in relationship of the moving camera as we see the cloud formations doing below this object. And here is what is so astonishing about this event. This fast-moving camera, it is trying to pan around this object which is not moving, and as we can see in this video, the camera never reaches the end of the perspective angle of view to change the viewing angle of it. Next, we have said before that there was some type of physical activity taking place in this area. So, have you been wondering about this strange flickering effect around this object? And we are calling it a flickering effect because something seems to be moving rapidly in this area on and off. This effect, it is only happening in the area around this object, and this flickering effect never merges with the clouds below. Next, experience has shown that when we look at a situation from a different angle, sometimes we may notice some details that we could not see before. Hence, you have always watched this video this way. Today, we are going to turn it upside down for you. Keep your eyes on the bottom part of the screen. What does it look to you now? This is another viewing angle for the human eyes to analyze better the big difference that the infrared camera on board the U.S. jet fighter recorded it that day between the top and the bottom of this video. By the way, in this Pentagon video, since the camera it is the one moving very fast, this is creating the illusion of the cloud formations moving fast as well. Notice that in comparison with the moving cloud formations at the top of the screen, the so-called cloud formation around this object, they seem to be standing still. If, as the brouhaha all over YouTube and the rest of the so-called debunkers claim, this is nothing but ordinary cloud formations that we are seeing in this video, then why is the infrared camera recording such a big difference between the two? Next, we want you to compare the flickering effect that you see in this video with the strange effect that you see in this next video. Perhaps you may have noticed this, but in the video to the right, we have something boiling. And our theory is that the burning of this object in conjunction with another heat source are bombarding this area with a blast of heat, causing this area to heat up to the point of boiling. And this is the boiling effect that we are seeing in this video. This was one of the main reasons why in our first video we said that this object, it is not where we see it, and that in this Pentagon video we seem to be looking through a window of time and space into another time and place. And as we fight the who are you questions and what are your credentials to make such a preposterous statement, some of you keep forgetting something. This is a world of fast-thinking computers and not the horse that some of you are still riding on. And while this infrared camera, it is a very advanced piece of technology, it is still trapped within the human eye's boundaries of operation. But computer software have been able to provide us with the extra tools to push the envelope to look beyond the limitations of the human eye's field of view. Take a look at this image in a different color schemes. Here we can see an astonishing separation between the cloud formations and the area where the strange object is. And now we are going to bring it back to black and white and to enhance it some more to see other fantastic details.